It's once again that day of the year. I know I haven't uploaded in a year, but there's a tradition on this channel where every year on President's Day, we count down the top 10 presidents. You already know the drill, so without further waiting, here's 2026's top 10 presidents. Number 10. The number 10 spot goes to Calvin Coolidge. Before he was president, he was vice president to Warren G. Harding. When Harding died, Coolidge took office and was later elected to a full term. Coolidge authorized some of the biggest tax cuts in U.S. history. However, he combined them with cuts to unnecessary government spending to help control the national debt. Coolidge declined to run for a second term, claiming that the White House wasn't cool enough for Coolidge, unlike some presidents who chose not to run again just because they aren't cool. That's right, we're all looking at you, Lyndon B. Johnson. Number 9. Number 9 goes to Harry Truman. Truman's presidency began with an explosive start by finishing the Manhattan Project, which was started by FDR before he died of polio. Truman worked heavily with foreign aid after World War II, including organizing the Berlin Airlift, sending troops to help fight the Korean War, and helping to form NATO. Due to the passing of the 22nd Amendment, Truman was not eligible to be elected twice. However, his absence in the 1952 election led way to Number 8. Dwight D. Eisenhower. Even before becoming president, Eisenhower was a cool guy. He was the supreme Allied commander in the Battle of Normandy during World War II. During his presidency, he didn't slow down, creating programs to create rockets, interstate highway systems, and created many jobs in the sciences. He was also the first president to receive a pension and Secret Service protection from the former President's Act. Number 7. The number 7 spot goes to John Tyler. Like many other presidents on this list, John Tyler was the vice president, in his case to William Henry Harrison, and then became president after Harrison died in 1841. Tyler's main focus during his presidency was expanding the continental United States. He was crucial in westward expansion, working to annex Texas and expand all the way to Oregon. Tyler's last act in office was to admit Florida into the Union, the consequences of which we still feel today. Number 6. Grover Cleveland earns the number 6 spot. During his term as president, Cleveland worked heavily to reform the military, ordering the creation of many naval battleships. Cleveland also passed many acts to allow Native Americans to move off of reservations and assimilate into regular American society. However, due to poor management of his re-election campaign, he lost the 1888 election, definitely marking the last time we will see Grover Cleveland. Number 5. Thomas Jefferson slides in at the number 5 spot on this list. Being the primary author of the Declaration of Independence, he was an obvious choice to eventually become the president. He performed the biggest territory purchase in American history, and set the precedent that the president was allowed to purchase territory for the nation. Jefferson also attempted to annex Florida, however he was unsuccessful, leaving that job up to previously mentioned John Tyler. Number 4. After Benjamin Harrison's first presidency divided the Republican Party between those who supported and opposed him, it left the 1892 election to be stolen from the incumbent. That's where a familiar face reappears. The Grover Cleveland Revenge Tour, as it is well known as today, began when he became the first president to be elected for 2 non-consecutive terms. Cleveland first helped to lead the nation through the Panic of 1893 caused by Harrison's policies. He also continued with military reform, ordering the development of new weapons. He also ordered the end of the Army-Navy football game over worries that it would encourage violence between the two military branches. Number 3. The top 3 begins with Theodore Roosevelt. Similarly to, quite honestly, a shocking number of presidents on this list, Roosevelt's presidency began after the passing of William McKinley, whom Roosevelt served as vice president under. Roosevelt was known for his antitrust policies to combat unfair business practices. He also built railways and established many of the nation's national parks. He also worked to reinstate the Army-Navy football game after Grover Cleveland ordered its cancellation. Number 2. The runner-up spot goes to Abe Lincoln. Abe Lincoln's biggest accomplishment in his career was leading the nation through the Civil War. Afterwards, he began the process of ending slavery and rebuilding the Union. He was known as Honest Abe for his fairness and honesty, which shows through in a lot of his quotes. However, he never finished his plans of Reconstruction before he was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth. Number 1! It now comes time to award the top president of 2026. I am proud to present the winner for 2 years in a row, George Washington. Before becoming president, Washington was commander-in-chief of the Army during the Revolutionary War. He was unanimously elected as the very first president of the United States and set the precedent that presidents will serve only 2 terms. He was so important, the capital city was named after him, which gives me the confidence to award him the number 1 spot. And with that, 2026's top 10 presidents comes to a close. I look forward to not uploading for another year and then dropping another top 10 presidents video.